So I'm back. So we in Aries season now. So shout out to all of the Aries out there. So like I've been doing over the past couple months, I've been breaking down my experiences with each zodiac sign and breaking down each zodiac sign, everything that I know about them, my experiences with them, and things that you should know about each zodiac sign as we enter each season. So I did Aquarius. I think I did Capricorn. I know I did Pisces. So now I want to break down my experiences with Aries and all things Aries. So um like I said before, some zodiac signs I know better than others. I got more experience with than others, obviously. So, funny enough, Aries is probably the zodiac sign that I have the most experience with besides my own sign. Aquarius, I know a lot of Aries, and I done dated a lot of Aries more than probably any other sign. And then I have an Aries moon to top it off. So, I know a lot about Aries for sure. So, um, let me see I don't even know where to start at, but I guess I'll talk about my experiences with Aries, the Aries that I know, the Aries that I have interacted with. So, first, my little brother, because my mom only had two children, me and my little brother, who's 4 years younger than me. Yeah, he's 4 years younger than me. So he's the Aries. He was born March 22nd. My stepbrother, funny enough, on my dad's side, cause my dad, who I really don't have that much of a relationship with, but growing up, he was married. Yeah, he married her. Yeah, he was married, and his wife had three kids, and two of them was twins, and they was both Aries, Sean and Derek. If y'all watching this, shout out to y'all. But they birthday March 23rd, the day after my little brother birthday. So I grew up with them. When I would go to see my dad, they would always be there. We basically grew up together like brothers. That's my other experience with Aries. And then my longest childhood friend is an Aries. I knew him since fifth grade. We met each other in fifth grade, and we've been friends ever since. We still cool now. Cause some of my longtime friends I done fell out with and I don't talk to no more. But he my longest friend, and I'm still cool with him to this day. His birthday is April 7th. So uh basically all my brothers is basically because I consider him a brother. I knew him since the fifth grade. So basically all my brothers is Aries for the most part. And then who else? Aries. Then I dated a lot of Aries women, probably 6, 7 Aries women off the top of my head that I have dated. So I know whole lot about Aries, and I always seem to be drawn to Aries. I don't know if that's because of my Aries moon, maybe. Then I am an Aquarius, so Aquarius and Aries are compatible with air and fire. So I am compatible with Aries, but they a lot. So getting into it, let me get into it. So thing I noticed about Aries and where I have a connection with Aries is like my childhood friend who I told you, like my brother from fifth grade. Me and him got cool off of two things, and that's sports, basketball, and Dragon Ball Z. So we got cool because we had the same class, and he knew how to draw real good, and he would draw the Dragon Ball Z characters. And if you around my age, 30, well, even younger people, everybody a Dragon Ball Z fan, but at my age is when it was coming on TV, and it was the thing, and we would watch the new episodes premiere and all of that. And I remember when Dragon Ball GT came out. Of course, in what is it, Japan, it came out years earlier, but we talking about in America. So I was a big Dragon Ball Z fan, and he drew it, so that's how we kind of connected. I'm like, oh, you know how to draw? Then I think I wanted him to draw me Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And he had drew it, and that's how we kind of became cool. And then we became even more cool during recess, because in elementary school you would have recess. So we had a basketball court in our playground. So me and him would play 1-on-1, and we kind of made it a thing over the years to where we would play 1-on-1. We probably done played each other about 30, 40 games, and throughout the years, but it all started there in the fifth grade. So that's how we became cool. Um through sports and through Dragon Ball Z fighting really. And if you know Aries, Aries are big into fighting, sports, sports action. You find a lot of Aries who play sports, a lot of Aries who like fighting and like action because they're a fire sign. So most fire signs are going to like sports and anything that has to do with action. And then we know that Aries are known for being aggressive. So, sports and fighting and stuff like that is right up their heel. So, yeah, that's how we became cool over the years. And when we was 13, we went to jail together for breaking into houses. That's a whole nother story. You got to go to my other page, personal page about that story. But, we was, always cool. And he has a Capricorn moon. So, I want to break down the different moon signs too with Aries to show that the difference is because your moon sign is what really matters. Because people who don't believe in astrology and don't understand it, like I've been saying for the longest, is because you don't understand that everybody have their own birth chart. Because the biggest question is, okay, I'm the same sign as somebody, but we act different. And that's gonna come down to your chart, but y'all still gonna show some similarities, which I'm gonna break down how all of these Aries. Well, I'm break down the men first, my brothers, how they all have similar traits, but then they different based on their moon sign. So he have a Capricorn moon, my Aries brother from the fifth grade. He not my brother, but I knew him since fifth grade. My biological brother, my little brother on my mom's side, he has a Sagittarius moon. And then the two twins, they have a Aries sun and moon. Is what they have. So the difference is about the similarities and the difference about the three. So um all three, and this is what I said, the number one. Okay, so the similarities that I noticed about all three, and this is just Aries trait that I noticed from the women, all Aries, is that all of them are impulsive to a certain degree. And we know that that's a big Aries trait, which is for sure true. All of them then did like some, impulsive stuff, basically doing stuff without thinking. Doing, daredevil type of stuff. All of them, all three of them have that in common. They all three then did impulsive stuff, whether it's my Aries brother from the fifth grade who he didn't been in a couple of car accidents from trying to cut off people, being impatient, impulsive and impatient kind of it's different, but it kind of go hand in hand. So he done got into car accidents trying to be impulsive and impatient, trying to cut it, somebody driving slow and he'll try to cut him off. He done got into accidents like that. Um, a bunch of other impulsive stuff. But that's the one that I can think of off the top of my head. And then my little brother, Lord knows, like Lord knows so many things he didn't been into. And my little brother is a classic Aries because he has like I said, he the one with the Sagittarius moon. So Suge Knight, who video I just posted, is an Aries with a Sagittarius moon. So is Sexy Red, who I also did. And that's why I said that astrology is so real because my brother and my friend from the fifth grade, like I said, he got a Capricorn moon. My brother got a Sagittarius moon. So my boy that has the Capricorn moon, he's impulsive. He shows a lot of Aries traits. Being impatient, like I said, he likes sports. He likes fighting. He has that, the Aries traits in him, but then he has a lot of Capricorn traits because he the only friend that I know that didn't had the same job for like 10 years now. Like since he was in this like early mid 20s. He didn't had the same job. And before that, he had the job that he had before that, he had for like 5, 6 years until they ended up laying him off. Like he not the type to quit a job. Like he will work and he will stay at a job, which is a Capricorn trait different than a lot of Aries. A lot of Aries can be impulsive, quit a job. Like my brother who got the Sagittarius moon, he quit a job and he don't like working for nobody. He don't like being told what to do. He wants to be free, a la a Sagittarius moon. So that's the difference between them right there with the Capricorn and the Sagittarius moon is that one with the Capricorn moon, he's more reserved. Like he's not out there like my other brothers who got the Sagittarius and the Aries moon is. Like my brother who got the Sagittarius moon been to jail multiple times, like a lot of Aries can do, just like Suge Knight. Then my brother with the Sagittarius moon, they twins, which is funny is that one of them is more so like a nerd, but he do got like a lot of Aries impulsive, like fiery temper. He do have that, but he more so like a video gamer. Like he love video games. He love reading books. Like he more so like of a nerdy type of like a nerdy type of person. Even though he still have his Aries outgoing traits. Like he loved to exercise, he loved to work out like a lot of Aries do. He big into meditation and stuff. So you could kind of say he more so kind of more of a evolved Aries. And then his brother is like the complete opposite. Like you see, like the thing with the twins is literally true. Like it's always a good and a bad one. And they always said that about them when they was younger, because the one was always laid back, always, more so cool. Like I said, most people would consider him a nerd. Then the other one was always fighting, like always fighting when we was young, always getting kicked out of school, always trying to bully. Like, and both of them is real tall. Both of them is, I think, 6'3", 6'4". But the one that I said, the bully one, the more so outgoing one, he like big, like I don't know how much he weighed, but like like he a big guy. Like you look at him, like a matter of fact, it's funny enough. One of my girls that I was talking to, we did like a double date thing not too long ago, and she said she was calling him a linebacker. Like dang, your brother a linebacker. Like that's how he looked. Like he could be a linebacker. Like he that big, and his brother, the nerd one, is more so. He's tall, but he's skinny, like he real thin. So, but both of them is like the whole twin thing, even though they got the same birth chart, they twins, they were born at the same time, but you could kind of see like, the good twin, bad twin thing kind of go on with them. But they both have the Aries impulsiveness and all of that. It's just that one is more so cooler than the other. But that's the similarities and the differences between, the Aries and, seeing the moon signs and all of that. So if you are Aries, which a lot of Aries do, if you have a fire moon, a Sagittarius, a Leo, or Aries moon, you gonna be off the chain. Like, you're gonna be sexy red, Suge Knight, like, that's gonna be that's a strong possibility of being your personality. Because once I get into the women also, can I talk to Aries? What she have? Yeah, two females that was an Aries sun and moon. And then I talked to an Aries female. One Aries female had a Cancer moon. The other one had dang, what did she? I know two had an Aries moon. One had a Cancer moon. And then what did the other one have? Dang, I can't even think off the top of my head what she had. But but just from them, I was able to see the differences in the way that they act. And of course, the one with the Aries moon was way more out there and way more, crazy than the one that had the Cancer moon. But they all had some of the same traits and some of the same and shared the same, kind of personality to agree. Like I said, all of them was impulsive and impatient. Then we know that this too about Aries is that all of them had kids young. That's the thing about Aries too, is that, like I said, Aries is the first zodiac sign. So a lot of Aries wants to be the first to do stuff. So a lot of Aries start doing stuff young, like having sex, having kids, driving. Like Aries start young, doing a lot of stuff, because my brother, the one with the Sagittarius moon, my little brother, he had a kid at 15. He was 15 going on 16. My Aries brother, the one with the Capricorn moon, he had a kid at 17. Unfortunately, the kid ended up passing away, and he ain't had no kids since. But he had a kid at 17, 18, and then my other Aries brothers, the twins, they had kids young. I'm not sure exactly how old they was, but they were definitely like early 20s at the oldest. If not eight, somewhere between 18 and 24 is when both of them had kids. Cause both of the twins, both of them got kids. One got I think 2 or 3, and the other one just got a son. But his son is like 10. So yeah, he had to have his kid when he was like 22, 21. And then all of the Aries females I know 2 Aries females, the one that got the Aries moon. Wow, both of them have 3, 4 kids each. And they both under 26. Like the one of the Aries girl I talked to, she think she just turned 24 and she got 4 kids. And then the other Aries girl, she 26 and she got 4 kids. And they both had kids when they was like, they first kid when they was like 17, 18. So you see what I'm saying? Like Aries starts young when it comes to having sex, having kids, and all of that. They, real early with it. Driving. Like my Aries boy who had the Capricorn moon, even my little brother, the one the Sagittarius moon, both of them started driving way before me. I was a late bloomer. Like I didn't start driving to get my license and stuff till I was like 22, 23 is when I got my stuff. They were driving at 16, 17. But the difference is that both of them, neither one of them got their license. They just started driving. I did it the smart way, the Aquarius way, and I got my license. Then I got a car and started driving. So both of them ended up later on having problems with getting a bunch of tickets, driving with a suspended license or driving with no license, and getting pulled over a lot because they never took the time to get their license until later on. So that's the thing about a lot of Aries is that a lot of Aries are the first to do stuff. Then what I know, like from the Aries women that I talked to, because 2 of the Aries women I talked to was from out of state, and they was the first girls that I talked to, like on some come from out of state, or I go to visit them or something like that. Like one lived in Pennsylvania, the other one lived in Ohio, and like they wasn't scared to travel. Like the one from Pennsylvania, she caught the Greyhound, here, and but she had been here before, like had family or no, I think one of her baby daddies was actually from here, from Michigan. So that's why she knew about traveling back and forth. But she wasn't scared to travel. A lot of Aries women not, or Aries people not scared to, you know, travel different places, go places. They got that braveness and that adventurous nature in them, for sure. So a lot of Aries. So that's what kind of, I guess, drew me to them. It's the excitement, like on the positive side, could get into the positive and negatives as our, you know, in this video. A lot of Aries are fun people. They fun to be around. They have a lot of energy. And then another thing I like about Aries is that they tell the truth just like Sagittarius. So as the Aquarius, like I value that the most, like zodiac signs that don't lie, that's blunt and straightforward. Cause that's why I don't get along with Pisces, as I told y'all, like, cause a lot of Pisces can, be lied, can lie a lot. Cause Pisces is the sign of dreams and illusions. So a lot of Pisces like a lot of illusions, or they like to bend reality and all of that type of stuff. I prefer more blunt and straightforward people because that's how I am as an Aquarius. So that's why I get along with a lot of Aries and Sagittarius, because they gonna tell you the truth. They gonna be blunt and straightforward, even if it's something that you don't like. So I always respect that about Aries, is that they blunt and straightforward and they tell it how it is. Um, what else about Aries? A lot of Aries are, like I said, brave. A lot of them like to play sports, like to fight. So if you somebody who loves sports, or somebody who big on sports, or big on exercising and certain type of things, physical activity, you can get along with a lot of Aries, because that's what a lot of Aries is involved in. Shockingly enough, because I mean it might not be shocking to Aries, but a lot of people don't consider Aries a smart sign, but they are a smart sign. Like a lot of Aries that I done met are real smart. Like Aries are smart people. The problem is, just like Sagittarius, we're really all fire signs, is that they make bad decisions. That's the thing about Aries, is that they smart, but they make bad decisions because they do stuff off of impulse. and impatient. So anytime, most of the time you do stuff off the impulse, you do all impulses is you doing stuff without thinking. That's what people mean when they say doing something impulsive. So anytime you do something without thinking, you run the risk of doing something that comes across dumb or doing something that fucks you up, basically. And that's what Aries really problem is that Aries are smart, but they don't think, they just act. Because they're fire signs. So when you just act, you can do a lot of stuff. And that's why if you watching this Aries, y'all probably, saying amen right now. And y'all know that y'all do a lot of stuff. And then afterwards, y'all be like, why did I do that? Like that can be the story of an Aries and Sagittarius, like doing stuff. And then after you do it, like, damn, why did I do that? That was dumb. But you impatient and impulsive, getting into the negative traits. And that's the number one thing that I tell Aries to try to control. I know it's hard to control on top of your temper, because we know a lot of Aries have a big temper, especially if you have a fire moon. Like my brother with the Sagittarius moon, then for everybody, me and him, they got into a fist fight before. And he then got into a fight with both of his, not trying to put his business out there, but he didn't, got into a fight with everybody, basically been in jail multiple times. That's why I'm like, he like the, baby Suge Knight for real. But he's just not as big as Suge Knight. So he's not like not like a bully like how Suge Knight is, because part of the reason Suge Knight is a bully because of his size. My brother is kind of my brother not small, but he's not a big guy like that. So, but yeah, if you have a fire moon, you gonna have a temper. All of the things is gonna be intensified. So you're gonna have a even more impatient, have even more of a temper, be even more passionate, like when you got a sun and a moon and two fire signs. So it can be, a recipe for, disaster. It's a little bit better, like I said, like my brother who got the Capricorn moon. Because like I said, he's more so laid back and he don't get into trouble. He don't get into fights like that. Like I said, he goes to work. He don't got no problem holding a job. So I was like the Capricorn kind of balances him out some for the most part. So yeah, that's the positive and negatives of Aries. And then like I said, with dating Aries, so the positive about dating, why I dated a lot of Aries is that, like I said, they're fun and they're passionate. A lot of Aries, just like Aries and Scorpio are the signs of sex. So Scorpios get associated with having the best sex, but Aries is right there, especially when it comes to stamina. Like Aries ruled by Mars, so Aries is the type, they love to have sex. They love, to do stuff, to have adventures. They love excitement, so they can always bring that excitement to your life. Being spontaneous, all of that type of stuff is what the Aries run to the relationship, and what drew me to Aries females. And then Aries are funny. That's another thing. I'm glad I didn't leave out. A lot of comedians are Aries. Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, and some more. Oh, I think Aries Spears is an Aries. That's why his name Aries. But I'm not. I think he is an Aries though. Let me look it up real quick. But a lot of Aries are funny people. Love to tell jokes, love to laugh. That's one thing that I noticed a lot about Aries is that yeah, Aries Spears' birthday is April the 3rd. So he's a comedian. He's Aries too. TK Kirkland, who most of us know, he's a comedian too. He's an Aries. So there's a lot of comedian Aries. They very funny people. So, that's what draws you in around them, draws you into them, and makes want to be around them. But the problems with dating Aries, like I just said, they're impatient and impulsive. So when it comes to cheating, I always say that Aries is one of the signs that you have to worry about cheating the most, but for different reasons. Like, Geminis get associated with cheating the most. Gemini probably is the sign that people say cheat the most, but Geminis cheat just because Geminis is the communication sign. So Gemini just like to flirt, like to talk, like to interact with people. That's why a Gemini gonna cheat. Water signs, like I said, is big cheater. Pisces, even Cancer and Scorpios can be huge cheaters. They gonna cheat because they're emotional. So if their feelings is hurt, they could cheat. If they're not feeling emotionally what's the word? Emotionally supported, or their emotions is all messed up, they'll cheat. They'll emotionally cheat if somebody can get a hold of their emotions or make them feel a type of way. That's why they would really cheat. But for Aries, and it's a fire sign thing too, but really for Aries, because they're the most impulsive and impatient, is that Aries will just cheat just for the thrill of it. And Aries is the one, and what I mean by this is Aries is the ones that you have to worry about cheating, like just on impulse, like going to a party. Like I always say, I wouldn't trust my Aries to just be going to parties and just hanging out and stuff, because that's the time that I feel like an Aries to cheat. Like Aries is the type that would cheat on some one night stand type stuff. It just is what it is. Like, just on some spirit of moment, just having fun, like fuck it. And then Aries don't look at, not one of the signs that look at sex like taboo, like a up nut, like a lot of other signs, because they is the sign of aggression and sex. So a lot of Aries, like I said, you have to worry about just cheating just off of they Aries, like I said, can go to a party and cheat on you just off of impulse because they drunk or the mood is right or whatever like that. And I done seen it a bunch of times. But what's crazy is that a lot of Aries are, loyal too, because Aries is a loyal sign. So I know a lot of Aries that have been in a relationship for a long time. Like the Aries with the Capricorn moon, he been with his girl about 6, 7 years now. Um, who else? Another Aries girl that she was my neighbor actually. She was dealing with her dude, because she only actually, which is crazy, she claimed, but I kind of believe her because from knowing her that she only slept with two dudes. And one of them was her baby, because I told you she got 4 kids. But what's funny is that all 4 kids is by the same dude, by the same baby daddy, a Scorpio. But they never work out. They always into it. He got other kids by other women. He be cheating, like they was never together like that, like on some family type stuff. But over the years, like she will only call him for sex. Like for whatever reason, she didn't feel comfortable enough sleeping with somebody else besides this one other person. She said she slept on impulse at a hotel party. She said she was at a hotel party and she ended up getting it in with this dude. Like I told you, they would do off the impulse. But besides that, she only messed with him and had all her kids by him, despite them not even being together. So a lot of Aries can be like with one person or can be loyal and stick by one person. But loyalty, like I always tell people, loyalty means two things. People always think of loyalty when it comes to cheating and all of that, but loyalty can also just be being by your side, being there when you need them. And that's why I would say like Aries is that type of loyal to where if you need them, they'll be there. They're not gonna break up with you or leave you. Some Aries will, like of course, Aries will leave if they don't like the person. But once the Aries is like locked in, like in, they in. It's just in the beginning they can be flighty, but once they get with somebody, they with somebody. But in terms of cheating, that don't mean they won't cheat on you. They might cheat on you. They the type that'll cheat on you and come back to you. Basically, is what I'm getting at. They not like a water sign who might cheat on you and leave you. That's what I'm saying. Or an earth sign. Like that's what they, that's what they would do. They would line up your replacement and hop to another relationship. And then, like I said, with water signs, it's more emotional. So they might not cheat off an impulse, like, oh, I'm at this party, let me sleep with this person. It'll be more so a co-worker, somebody that they get to know and talk to on a on a consistent basis. Especially earth signs is like that because they have to build that stability. So they're one of the types like to meet somebody, talk to them, go out on dates, and kind of progress up to the infidelity. Versus the Aries is just the same day. Let's get it on. So you got to keep that in mind. So that's my experiences with Aries and all things Aries off of the top of my head. Shout out to Aries. One of my favorite signs for sure. I get along great with a lot of Aries. Is just uh why I never work. Like I said, the impulsiveness and the impatientness always rears ugly heads sooner or later. And then them having a temper like Aries, it's hard people to deal with. If you know who Bill Belichick is, the coach of the Patriots, he's the Aries. He's a perfect example of an Aries. And he has a Capricorn moon like my friend, like my brother do. And then both of them share the same traits because even though like both of them like are reserved, because like my Aries brother who got the Capricorn moon, he's very reserved. Like I go months without talking to him. He isolate himself. Like, like he got like kind of his own like kind of weird personality to him. But if you know Bill Belichick, he's considered an asshole. Like I said, Suge Knight considered a bully and an asshole. Sexy Red, most people a lot of people don't like Aries' personality. So Aries can rub a lot of people the wrong way, especially if you a sensitive person. That's why we say like water. That's why they say like water and fire don't really go together because water signs can be too sensitive to deal with the fire signs. Fire signs are blunt and straightforward, so a lot of Aries could say stuff that can get them in trouble. So yeah, that's all things Aries. You got to be careful because, like I said, a lot of Aries can be violent. A lot of Aries can be in and out of jail. Know a lot of Aries who assess with if you a black Aries, a lot of Aries like the gang bang, like to want to be hood, want to be a thug. Just like Suge Knight. Like a lot of Aries got that in them, for sure because they personality they need for excitement and they need for leadership. Aries are not also known for being leaders too. So, you got to keep all of them things in mind. So that's it. That's all things about Aries. I'm out. Shout out to all of the Aries out there. Stay tuned to my next Aries video that I'm gonna upload. I'm out.